Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so today we're gonna do the analysis on all the new mercenaries that are introduced currently. So first let me claim all of these friend gifts and of course guild. Gotta claim the guild for more horseshoes. Okay, so we're gonna check out what's new of Edin, Veronia and Jayden. So I know a lot of you guys are hyped. I am as well. So let's go. First things first. Alright, a couple of things to notice about Edin. So very high attack, pretty decent HP, defense 10% base defense. So that is pretty high for a warrior. Alright, so some supporters might not even have 10% defense. Alright, I know many supporters, the IC supporter, I mean defender. Defender might not even have 10% defense. So that's pretty freaking high if you ask me. Alright, so crit rate and crit damage is slightly on the higher side as well. So yeah, in terms of skills, let's have a look. So what do we have that's new and improved for Edin? So if you look at this skill right here, alright, so this is a permanent curse barrier. It's exactly similar to Angelica's one. So applies curse barrier. So reduce incoming damage by 70%, which is pretty significant, and current HP times 35% consumption every time Edin performs a normal attack. So that's pretty high. Of course, there's curse as well, so reduces enemies attack stats weakened by 35%. And we have this skill. This is basically his damage skill. It deals a ton of damage. So ignores enemies damage reduction effect caused by defense and deals additional damage. So Edin now ignores, 100% defense units. So keep in mind that barrier will still work on him because he only ignores the part where if you have shield runes or very high defense, that negation in damage will usually gets reduced, but he ignores that part. He doesn't ignore the part where if enemy Benshina has high barrier, so he will still struggle occasionally if there's plenty of barriers surrounding the target. Okay, so and then the third skill, we have lasting crit damage boost. So this one additional crit damage boost every turn after crit damage being boosted for 50 turns. So 65% starting crit damage and going up every 3% every turn. So that's pretty cool, and stats weakening immunity. Okay, so +1 you are improving upon the stats weakening from 50-65. So +3 onwards you're getting the attack. So this is basically the starting point of when Edin starts he gets really strong from this point onwards. Alright, so going on, so +4. So now he has more damage, 275, 300. Pretty insane. Alright, so this skill right here, 65, 300%. Wow, that's double the amount of attack that he will have. The attack boost, insane. Keep in mind this is something that will only last for 50 turns. So after 50 turns, he will basically lose all of these bonus effects. Alright, 325, 350, and then more bonus effects. Okay, so +10, very important. He needs that for the bonus range. So +11, notice this, 400%. That is a lot. That is a lot. And the more HP loss he has, because the HP loss rate times attack times additional damage, the more damage he will deal. So keep that in mind. And if you look at +12 onwards, so this is where it gets really interesting. So at +12 onwards, he starts getting defense boost, +20% defense. Alright, alongside with removes already applies stats enhancement skill type. This one might not be that significant because Raffitiya is everywhere and hers is not counted as stats enhancement skill type. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now if you move on to +13, 20% still, okay. But now current HP times 40% and 4 to 5%, 50%, current HP times 50% consumption at +14, 450%, and then +15, bam. Alright, so now this is where it gets really interesting. Defense +35%, so he does have 10% base defense, so 35 + 10, 45%. So that means he will need 55% shield runes. Alright, you will need to give 2 shield runes, maybe each of it at 27.5%, which can be quite difficult compared to something like Angelica, but still, it's doable, right? It's doable to help Edin to achieve that 100% defense. It's going to be significant. He's going to be immune to DOT and stuff. Very cool for sure. And of course, this skill is now significantly improved, 1 to 500. 10% crit damage every turn. Wow, how can you not want that? So definitely Edin is probably one of the best warriors around, for sure. He rivaled, even Dalvi and Lyudmila and Christina. Now, if you are unsure whether or not you need Edin, here's the thing. If you have Angelica, you probably do not need him, because most of the time Angelica can deal with all the strong tanky units that Edin can deal with as well. So they both still struggle with Lucius, keep that in mind. And Edin is going to struggle with Lucius more so than Angelica, because positioning wise, Edin is a front tile hitter, whereas Angelica is a skip, and you will see Lucius being placed in front more often than in skip positions. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. Alright, so I'll try to do an analysis, perhaps a more thorough comparison between both of them. But I do think that Edin is very good. Alright, so if you are thinking of recruiting Edin, go ahead, you will not regret it. Alright, so next up we have Veronia. Alright, Sofia Veronia, where is she? Here she is. Okay, so what is Veronia all about? If you look at her skills carefully, I mean her stats first. So notice that she has 15% base defense. Alright, 9.8k HP, which is pretty freaking high. 10% agility. So this will all definitely, when you include all of this together as a base package for a good supporter, this makes her really tanky, right? It's extremely tanky. But what is she all about? So this skill, offensive stats boost bestowal, is completely renewed, modified a little bit. So now we have attack, crit damage, and crit rate. So before this, before the rework, Veronia needs at least +8 or +9 to get even 15% crit rate. So now we are getting 20% crit rate at +0. So it's huge. It's a significant rework for sure. And then if you go to this skill, this is what makes her very strong and unique. She now can boost allies defense based on her support percentage by 32%. Alright, so if you calculate her total support percentage at whatever level it is, so she will be able to get up to 98% at +10. Alright, so you need +10. I'll tell you guys why. So +1, +2 improve on the buffs, +3 debuff immunity, 4 and 5 you get more stuff, and I do think that +6 and +7 maybe you don't get much. I mean, it's cool to get the support times 35% reduced incoming damage, but you most likely will already have 100% defense on the unit, so I don't think this is much more. This is going to like make a huge difference or impact on the warrior you are buffing. So reduce incoming damage and increase healing from this point onwards on 7 and 8 is just her own self. +9, this is where it gets significant. It gives more crit rate, right? So you want to have more crit rate, definitely cool. And then going on to +10, now 48% boost defense. Alright, so she gets, if you times the 48% by her support percentage, which is 204.5, you should be getting around 98% defense. So she only gives 98%, not 100%. So you still need to get, if I'm not mistaken, you still need to have some sort of substat with a little bit of defense if you want to be safe, right? So ideally, that's the key right here. I will be doing some testing though, if that 2% loss of significant from the 100% defense, is it like a big deal, right? Will the warriors still die? Definitely, that's going to be fun to test out for sure. So +11, huge increase here, huge increase. So this one is just more turns. Alright, so +12, from this point onwards, she's immune to stats weakening skill type. Very cool. So that means S mode cannot try to one-shot her easily. And then +13, 14, and 15, incoming damage -65%. Just wow. Alright, Veronia, best supporter I think. If you can find the right pair to pair her with, a decent warrior, I think she's gonna be really strong. And the last one, we have Jayden, my boy Jayden right here. Alright, so what is Jayden all about? First up, definitely increase HP, so that's something that we can notice. HP is increased significantly. Alright, so defense now, base defense 10%. Okay, so now if you notice, Skills are still pretty similar. His one is still based off the Titan Strike, 15%, 20%, 20% plus healing. So he does have increased crit rate every single turn. So that's pretty significant. Alright. Wait, now more healing. Wow. Okay, a lot more healing. 100% healing is a lot. 25%, 30%. Okay, so does he have crit damage? 40%. So this one is cool. Max HP every turn times 8% healing. So going all the way, 4%, 9%. Okay, more crit rate for sure. That's going to be helpful. 11, 14, and wow. Alright, a lot of crit rate buff for sure. Definitely going to be really helpful on him. He's going to make much more of an impact than before. And I do think that if you want to go for John Jayden combo, it's still pretty viable. Well, with Iris around, I do think that Jayden can still do a lot of work. Can Jayden one-shot Iris though? So that's something that I'm curious to find out about as well. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna build him for sure, test him out, and hopefully we'll be able to show you guys some Jayden action in Novice Arena. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of Jayden, Edin, Veronia. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys excited? And if you are, let me know in the comments below. As always, that's gonna be it for this analysis video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.